the heart and soul of Casale, which is an organic family-run farm. And she's one of our favorite places to go and visit. So all of these places you visit, you have a personality. So we don't go and visit the place. We also go and visit the people. I think actually the focus is on the people. So when we go and visit Casale, Sandra is usually there to give us a tour of her home, because that's what it is, right? It's your home. It's where you raise your family, where you raise 5 children, 5 boys. So it's an invitation into her. So good evening, Sandra.
Hello.
¿Cómo estáis?
Nice to have you here. I was in middle of a cooking class. I do now break for you.
Oh my goodness.
My husband, should do that for me. I said when I do the cooking class, he's still with the sheeps around.
Oh.
I think they don't want to come back. They are eating, but it's a pleasure. So me and my husband, we moved 30 years ago from Zurich to this place. We built it up a farm where we do everything what you eat. So we are making sheep and goat cheese. We do our own wine. We make saffron. We have 30 beehives. We moved to this place to make everything what ends up in my kitchen. And now you see it's a beautiful evening. People are coming for dinner. We are happy because we did not expect that. But it's a pleasure to share what we are doing with guests. I hope one day you come also. Lucia knows the place. It's a real family place. It's a real family farm. Yeah. Do you want to ask any questions, or shall I tell about what we are doing?
Tell us about what you do. Tell us about your restaurant and the farming aspects. Restaurant and camping aspects. You've also got a
So we came here because we were looking for a place which was cheap, and this valley, as Lucia told you, is not a typically wine area. So it was much cheaper to find land. It's a grain. We grow, everybody here is growing beautiful cereal. So maybe if I turn off the direction valley, now we crashed it. The Gladiator was filmed here down. Gladiatore. Grain, cereal. What is beautiful, everybody's making now ancient grains. Grani antichi, which are the grains which has less gluten, better gluten, and they are doing a lot cereal. Sheeps, we have also sheeps. Pecorino, you know pecorino cheese? Maybe don't know that the la pecora means the sheep. That's why pecorino is no cow milk, it's sheep. And the sheep is an animal which gives a little bit milk with a bad soil. We don't have a good soil here, so there are no cows. There are pecore. And it's famous also the milk for the herbs. The animal here is eating a lot of little herbs, grasses, which gives the flavor to this great milk. We have also 200 goats. The goats are to transform to chèvre. We make the goat cheese, the cream cheese, feta. So we produce a lot milk products, yogurt, cream cheese, which is quark. Maybe somebody knows. It's a bit like the Philadelphia. But we grow also saffron. This valley had saffron. It was away, it disappeared because saffron is a lot handwork. It's at the end handwork. It's the flower, we take the pistils. And so now you have in Morocco, in other countries, Iran, Iraq. But we have a field with saffron, so we make also vegetables. And our spirit was to cook what we have in the restaurant. We cook just what is available. The sheeps, some of the sheeps ends also up in the cooking pot. Sounds a bit bad, but if they have a good life and if you have the old ladies, we make hamburgers, the one which are not producing any more milk. So we don't waste food. The chicken which are living in the vineyard. So the chicken is staying we have Sangiovese grapes. We have about 100 chickens there for eggs. And they fertilize, maybe they eat the bugs, which are not good for the grapes, and they do the best eggs. They are free. That's the of how we do the chickens. We have piglets. Every farm, also in the forest. We have free-range piglets. They eat the leftover of cheese made. Whey is what the liquid which comes out of the milk. When you do the cheese, the curd, the leftover is whey. Today, whey is a big business because everybody needs whey proteins, whey powders. It's made of the leftover of cheese making. We use it, we recook it, we make ricotta, and the leftover goes because it's high protein and good to the animals. So everything is reused. Everything is reused. Today we are slow food. We are the slow food movement, which is an important movement in Italy, but also around the world. Slow food is a lifestyle. It's a university, but this the three words of this slow food movement is produce flavorful. Gusto means produce and eat seasonal. Produce clean, don't have to be organic certified, but use as less as possible pesticides. We make homeopathic medicines with the animals. So it's also the food is clean and natural and produce fair. That's the third word. People which should work in agriculture, be paid. That's maybe also what you learned of Podere Ricavo, which is an oil producer. If somebody tells me we have 800 olive trees, or tell them your bottle of oil is expensive, I tell them I pay people which are picking these olives, and that's a lot of work. And it depends of the year. It's not every year that you have a lot of oil, but the oil has a price, like milk and everything. So this is the slow food spirit. You can be a slow food member and buy. We need also the customer. Every farm and every place which makes good food needs also who buys the food. Because if nobody buys it, it's not worth that we produce it. So that's a bit now speaking around what is our philosophy. I live in a house which is really old. It's 500 years old. This was a pilgrimage and farmhouse. So pilgrims which walk down in this valley in the Val d'Orcia in the pilgrim way, they stopped here. It was a house from poor farmers. They were land worker under the landlord. So the house is 500 years old. It's really old. Also, if you come, you see it's beautiful, but it's not touched, and it's now in the heritage of UNESCO, like the valley here. The valley, Val d'Orcia, is now since 16 years, UNESCO preserved it to keep the pilgrimage road, La Via Francigena, or Canterbury Trail, because it's starting by London, Canterbury, till Rome, and to keep this beautiful landscape with no new buildings, no golfs, no pools. It's really natural. So it's also a way where you go and you walk, you bike. It's beautiful. La Valle d'Orcia, what Lucia explained, Orcia is the river and the valley of this river, because this river passes the land here. Yeah. Any questions? Or can I help you? Claudia?
Behind you one more time.
That's the volcano. There's a volcano behind, the Monte Amiata, which is also, we have a lot of hot springs since thousands years, not anymore active. The valley, you see it's golden now because even behind me, the tree which was the navigator for the pilgrims, follow the trees. You know it if you see films like The Gladiator, the Medici film. We have a lot cypress, which is beautiful and a symbol for Tuscany, but it was also a symbol and also a way to give shade to people which were walking along the road to get to Rome, and GPS. So the main road has that. I hear the bells. My husband is coming back with the sheep. They run. I don't know if you can see them, where they are coming back in the gate.
Are they?
You hear the bell?
Are they in a far distance?
No, yeah, they're in the valley. They're now down under the road. We have a gate, the night place for them.
Oh, so we can't see them.
I see down in the valley the straw balls, and you see the white points. They are now inside. You see them walk. I see them on the picture. So they were now trekking 3 hours with Ulisse to eat the best food. So at 5 o'clock in the morning, we milk them and they have best milk. But that's work. That work costs, of course, money. But the animal is happy, the animal is healthy, and the milk is absolutely gorgeous. I see the sheep. You should see them. Because now the white points, they are coming back, they're relaxing. And the day soon is finished for us.
It's a long day. What I think is beautiful is your family story. You came when your two youngest boys were under 6 years of age.
One was newborn, Michael, and one was 3 years. So they came here, raised 5 boys here, really simple. Now they are smart boys. Some are bankers, some not. Some has kids. We have 5 grandchildren, but they were raised in a really simple place. We ate what they had Sunday honey, not in the week, because I had to sell the honey on the market. So it was had too much value for us. Milk when we had it, not a lot heating. So really simple, but I think it was good for them and for us the same. And so they ate what we have. Now 2 of them work in my farm. Michael makes the management, but now he's also the waiter in the restaurant, because we had with these problems of everywhere in the world with the virus, the illness, we have much less people coming to eat. So that's why I'm happy that I have some cooking classes which I can do. And so we do. It's a family farm. So what we do. Claudia, my daughter-in-law, she made fish seasoning for the restaurant, so she did the fresh pasta, peaches and hand-rolled spaghetti. So we have employed, but we do a lot by family, which is beautiful. The passion is important in food, and we are what we eat. Never forget that it's important that we eat with joy. We need colors, we need flavors, and it makes us also, it's soul food. Also for the soul important, good flavor. And if you come to Tuscany, if you come to the area, you will feel that. People like me, after 30 years, I look in the valley and say, how is this beautiful? And this is important. The beauty, the nature, but it's beautiful because it's natural. And this is really, really important.
It's just amazing for me and our people joining us to understand when you left Switzerland, you were not.
No,
you just had an idea.
We were a manager of music group. We never knew how. We came here as people which did know nothing. We were city people. So everybody, when I said in the 80s, I don't eat unhappy food. I don't eat meat which an animal is raised, which never see the daylight, which is suffering. So I was vegetarian. I did not touch anymore the eggs, because it was not like today that you know from where your food comes, because you have food trucks, you have tables. The big egg, this is a little egg, so it was completely different than today. And so I said one day to my husband, let's change. I want to know what I have in my plate. I don't eat food which I don't know how it's raised. And today it's that what we are doing, but we knew nothing. So I had 1 sheep, which I learned to milk with a neighbor which had sheep. I had just 1. Then I had 2 chickens. Then we had 3 chickens. Then a sheep more. We had a garden. We did a lot mistakes. So not always was really easy. We had the vineyard, which we did not know how to do, but we learned by farmers and neighbors. Today, we learn to people. We have students. They come from Slow Food University. They come from the States, from Oregon State University. Food engineers, which do the stage with us. These are my tourists in my home. I don't have rooms, but they stay with us. So they learn about
It continues.
You find every country. Google Slow Food New York. Google slow food.
I know it's
coming out every town or every region has slow food farms, slow food restaurants, because those restaurants, they are not producer, but they produce it in a certain way. And look, the shepherd came back. We saw the sheep. That's my husband, Ulis.
Hello.
With holes in the t-shirt, really sexy.
We're hunters.
We can't see you. Oh, there you now. Ciao.
You see?
Now I can see you.
Yeah, not here. Huh?
We saw the sheep's coming back. Yeah. Old farmhouse. And the terrace with the beautiful view. You see? Sunset.